Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rick Phillips. We'd like to invite you in for Wilmington High School Hurricane basketball, varsity basketball right here at Greenfield McClain. We are on the road again. Second time we've been on the road. We were at Lee's Creek for the East Clinton-Wilmington game, and we are here in Greenfield for the McClain Tigers playing the Wilmington Hurricane. And tonight's game is being brought to you by... Oh, who's it being brought to you by, AJ?
CampusNation.com, the sports animal.
The sports animal. Anyway, we're about 7 minutes and 14 seconds from
I heard that
from
Riding the Wave
tip-off.
with Dave was sponsoring the game tonight. He's giving us like $100, wasn't he?
Is that right, Dave?
Possibly. Yeah, let me look at the wall right now.
All right. Well, anyway, we're just happy to be here. Charlie Hargrave, obviously, is the band director here, and he got us on their network. And so we want to thank the athletic director here at Greenfield McClain. In fact, we'd like to be doing some other broadcasts right here from McClain, maybe set up a McClain network as well. We are about 6 minutes and 42 seconds away from tip-off, and we want to remind everybody that tomorrow we've got another set of games. We've got a men's basketball game in the afternoon, tipping off, the pregame at 2:45. And then we've got a Lady Hurricane basketball game in the evening, tomorrow evening, and that game will be at about 7:15. Who do the men play tomorrow? Do we know?
Oh, man, let me check.
Ask you too fast? Let me pull up
You got the
our
website
event
pulled
calendar.
up. They play John Carroll. That's right, the Blue Streaks.
Right, and then Miami Trace comes in to play the girls tomorrow night. So we have a bevy of games, not only tonight but tomorrow, finishing up this week, rounding off the week.
We do so many games recently that it's really hard for me to keep up with who's playing who.
Yeah, it does get to be sort of a blur as far as being able to keep track of that. I'm going to wait to make sure that our site comes up, and then I'm going to turn it off. All right, it's on
There we
pause.
go.
All right, back to watching my board there. But anyway, I think that probably what we're going to see tonight will be an interesting matchup. The junior varsity team was just beaten earlier by McClain's junior varsity team. They look pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think that obviously what we're really looking to see is this number 4 rated in the state Division I Wilmington Hurricane boys basketball team.
Yeah, they're coming in 12-0. McClain Tigers, from what I saw on Max Preps, they're 5-9 on the season. Wilmington has yet to lose that one game. They looked very sluggish against Chillicothe the last time we were on the air with them. And they need to come out with a lot more fire and intensity than what they had. I just saw before the pregame show, the coach Noska for Wilmington, he was trying to get his guys fired up. It didn't look like they wanted to be out on that court and be there warming up. You know, maybe they got a big head. Maybe they're already looking ahead to their big game against New Albany coming up, or their big game against Huber Heights Wayne in a couple weeks. So I think they have it in their mind that they're the best team in the state of Ohio. That's fine, but you got to play like it. You got to give a darn when you're out there on the court playing.
Well, I think that, it's going to be interesting, and we're going to be following another game that's going on tonight along with our game here, and that is the number 1 rated team in the state of Ohio, according to the AP poll. Gahanna-Lincoln will be playing Dayton Huber Heights Wayne.
Yep.
And so we'll keep the score coming in so that we can keep up with that. That'll be a good indicator because obviously Wayne will be playing Wilmington.
Yeah.
And, so you can look at some of these games to get an idea of where Wilmington really ranks in those state rankings, not just where the AP thinks they should be.
Right, and we just saw that last week, I believe, in Kettering, Wayne beat the number 1 team in the country from Nevada.
I think we'll keep the broadcast going. There's no reason to stop it, and the reason I say that is it's still recording, but obviously if we're going to have dropout problems like we have, with our bandwidth, and we're on a network that is not really a very powerful bandwidth network, so more than likely if we can't present this live, we will be recording everything, and we'll bring it as as we can, and then post it on our website to see. I may go ahead and restart it one more time and cut the bandwidth down just a little as far as our broadcast that we necessarily do. So
I would do before tip-off.
We'll start it one more time. All right, we're going to try it one more time. Hopefully, with dropping down our bandwidth requirements on our stream, we might be in a better position as far as being able to deliver a broadcast tonight. And just along the network, so that you understand, we are reliant totally on the bandwidth that we've got supplied to us by the local schools. Regular cellular networks don't work for us. So at this point, if we have any problems with delivering the stream, one thing that we can tell all the fans are that it will be posted on our website later this evening regardless, in its entirety. And so you'll be able to see it. If you don't see it live, you'll certainly be able to see it along the network with a stream. One of the things that we fight with here as far as our bandwidth is the people that are here in the building. They're accessing the free Wi-Fi that the school provides, and that's a part of that network. So once again, if we drop out, we're just going to go ahead and continue with the broadcast, and we'll make sure that we've got the broadcast posted on our website. As long as we're on the air, as far as the audio and the video, we'll have it for the archive as far as being able to post it. And in the meantime, if we are in and out, that's just the problems with trying to bring live television on limited access networks. Dave, you're here tonight in your cameo role. We brought you in all the way up from Columbus. You're going to be able to give us some insight here on because you're never wrong.
Well, I'm the guy here that has true basketball insight. So that knowledge will go a long way for analyzing the game, but it doesn't look like it's on paper anyhow that it's going to be a real tough matchup, but you never know. You go on the road, anything can happen. You never know what the referees are like, and the fans get rowdy and get into the game, but it should be a relatively easy game. Let's pause for the
national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, we please rise and honor America while the McClain Deaf Band plays our national anthem.
All right, and once again, there will be times, more than likely, that our network drops out. Right now we got real strong bandwidth, so hopefully that will not be a problem with the game. But one way or not, we will be bringing you the game tonight in its entirety, and we'll try as much as possible to have this up on our site just as soon as we possibly can after the game concludes tonight. So sometime later this evening or early tomorrow morning, we'll have it processed and up on the Campus Nation website. So if you miss out on any part of the game, you can always find it there. Right now they're announcing the starting lineups. And once again, you're watching this live on the CampusNation.com network, the Sports Animal.
Yep.
Looks like there's a lot of people excited for this game to start.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, Wilmington starting line. A junior, number 10, Alex Miller. A freshman, number 32, Diamond Bogart. A senior, number 21, David Cumberland. A junior, number 34, Jeremy Cumberland.
That's our buddy from football. He was in the booth with us when we came to watch Wilmington play Greenfield McClain in football. And so we've got a shameless advertisement that he's going to do for us. Well, there's no lack of enthusiasm, AJ.
Yeah.
Everybody's standing and ready to go. And, of course, Charlie Hargrave, our good buddy here from Greenfield McClain, is across the way with the pep band. He's the pep band leader, Charlie Hargrave. And we're now getting ready to start the game. They're announcing the final players, the starting lineup for McClain. And here they go, the Tigers starting lineup. That one player looks pretty tall, AJ. I guess it looks like he's a center or whatever. He looks pretty tall.
Yeah, he's huge.
Stocky.
Right. We're ready for some basketball here. 5-9 McClain hosting the undefeated 12-0 Wilmington Hurricane here on McClain's home court. This is a very nice looking wooden floor that they got down on this court. I walked in here earlier. I was actually pretty surprised at how nice this gym and arena is.
Yeah, in fact, I think Charlie said that they redid the floor 2 years ago. And we're ready for tip-off.
McPherson giving it off to Bogart as he works it up the court. Wilmington has possession first. McPherson now with it. Gives it off to Bogart. Back over to McPherson. Bogart, they're just Wilmington working the ball around. McPherson was all alone. Should have took the shot, but he's not probably a very good three-point shooter. Bogart going to step up three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by McClain. Here goes McClain down the floor. Faulkner has it. Faulkner going to drive. Go up with it. No good. Too strong. Gets his own rebound. Ball still loose. And the ball will stay with the Tigers.
I think the Tigers are going to have to play some fairly aggressive defense if they're going to stop this Wilmington team.
With the ball, number 40, Travis Hall. He goes up with a shot, too strong. Rebounded by McPherson in the Hurricane. Here goes Javen, giving it off to Bogart. Back over to Javen Cumberland. No score, 7 minutes to go, first quarter. Bogart drives, gives it off. Miller loses it, regains it, gives it McPherson. Jumper, no good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Mitchell bringing it down, giving it off to number 10, Duff. Duff, good job to get rid of it to Faulkner. Inside, O'Connor, good. Randall Mitchell made that basket.
And the Tigers draw first blood. Here comes our buddy Charlie, right?
McPherson giving it back to Bogart. Bogart over to Javen Cumberland, who drives, loses the basketball inside, and stolen away by the Tigers. Ryan Faulkner going to bring it up the court for McClain. Give it off to Travis Hall.
Yeah, it's the bandwidth is light every so
Hall
often.
gives it off. Duff for three. Good for 3 points. That was Bryce Duff for three. And it's a quick 5-0 lead for McClain.
It is.
Pearson over to Bogard. Bogard to Miller. Miller to Jaron Cumberland for two. 5:35 to go, first quarter. It's a 5-2 McClain Tiger lead here early on. Hall being pressured, got to get rid of it, does. Ball's loose, going to go back to Wilmington.
Well, it looks like Wilmington's settling down now.
After they gave up a three-pointer, and Garrett Scott is into the game, as well as Cameron Stewart. Scott going to take a three. Got the three-pointer. Garrett Scott ties it up right away. 5-10.
The crowd kind of got quiet.
Yeah. A couple substitutions coming in. 5-5. 5:07 left to go in the first quarter.
All right. Well, what I was going to do, why don't you
Get it
go ahead and
inbounded.
use some color and
Got to hurry up,
I'm
get it
gonna
down to
go
court, get it past half court. They just do. Ball's loose.
We'll let Charlie
And
get
it's
in
going to be
here
a
and,
kick. Going to Wilmington. Scott will inbound. Cameron Stewart bringing it up the court. Garrett Scott over to Stewart. Stewart back to Scott, taking another three. No good. Rebounded by number 15, Wyatt Jones. Stolen away. Jaron Cumberland with the layup for two. Wilmington full court press again. Got it down to court. Travis Hall giving it off. Going up with it. Mitchell for two. Stewart to Javen Cumberland. Gives it back to Garrett Scott. Over to Jaron Cumberland. Scott going to take another three. No good. Rebounded by Hall. By Faulkner.
It's Faulkner on the rebound. Nice crowd here tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Nice crowd. 7-7. McClain's in it right now. 4:03 to go in the first quarter.
Pretty close to a 5-second. Hall goes up with it. Got it. 3:55 left to go. First quarter, 9-7 McClain.
Nice runner down the left side there off the board.
Stewart back over to Scott. Scott to Jaron Cumberland. Shoots a three. No good. Rebounded by Cameron Stewart. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Faulkner again. And
yeah, we've got signal again. Obviously, as we've said tonight, the signal is in and out here as far as the bandwidth for our broadcast. But we'll continue to tape the broadcast, and it'll be on the site later this evening or early tomorrow morning. So if it drops out, we'll continue to broadcast, and we'll continue to record all the festivities here. Right now, Wilmington is leading 52 to 19.
I've got some of the unofficial halftime stats. The only thing you need to know is that Wilmington once again is being led by the Cumberland Cousins. They've combined for 36 out of the 52 points, and Garrett Scott's had a real nice first half of 10 points. So there's your scoring right there. And as far as
McClain only scored 5 points in the second quarter.
Yeah, Bryce Duff leads them with 6 points, but the speed factor is what you really got to worry about tonight. The speed factor is just too much overwhelming in favor of Wilmington. I think the second half, if I was the coach, I would just try to say, hey guys, we got to slow it down, get your 15-footer, get back on D, you got to stop the ball and hope for the best.
if you're Wilmington, you just got to keep doing what you've been doing for a whole half and a whole season long. Maybe, possibly score that 100 points. I know Nosco wants them to score 100 points one time this season.
Well, one of the things that I would say, if I was the Wilmington coach, I would tell his players, say, hey, look, guys, we got a big lead. We don't need to overdo it.
Yeah.
Just play within yourself. Don't try to get yourself hurt and do anything you don't have to do. We got plenty more ball games on down the road.
Right. Yep, they do. So
that's what you got.
They're 12-0 right now, looking to go 13-0. They're on the fast track to doing that.
Yeah.
Here.
Right. No question.
With a big lead.
Well, they got to think about the main goal, and right now it's to try to win their league or win their conference, and then get ready for the state playoffs.
Yeah. Let's go blue. I mean,
purple. Let's go Tigers. Or
and
Tiny
Kane.
Tigers. Did you see the Tiny Tigers on the floor there at the halftime entertainment?
Yeah, they were the Titan Tigers.
Yeah.
I had to literally sneak underneath everybody, go out in the hallway, and walk over the way on this side. That's why I came this way back.
Okay. I didn't realize there were so many Tiny Tigers out here in Highland County, but there are.
So did you go over any of these stats yet?
No, we'll go ahead and I just said some of the point totals and stuff.
All right. So our leading scorer is Jaron Cumberland with 22, Javen Cumberland with 14, Garrett Scott with 10, Alex Miller with 3. Those are your Wilmington stats. For McClain,
Bryce Duff, 6 points leading the charge.
And then Lincoln O'Connor with 2, Randall Miskol with 4, and Travis Hall with 2.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I've noticed, one of the mistakes is McClain's tried too many times to get the ball too close to the bucket, and they've had it rejected probably 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to drive inside against Wilmington. That's why where most teams try to be successful is when they're inside against Wilmington, and they're learning they don't score very many points. I mean, 19 points in the first half. In a regular game, that would be all right. Yeah. But in a game against Wilmington where they score 50, 60 points in one half, you got to shoot those outside shots. You trade 3-pointers with Wilmington, you might have a shot.
Well, I think Wilmington's game tonight's been pretty much just a fast break. It's just overwhelming. I don't even think they've had to rely a lot on their 3-pointers. I know they've hit a couple of them, but we'll see what happens in the second half. We'll see if McClain can put on a little bit better show and stuff for their home fans and stuff. And
you're watching high school basketball on CampusNation.com. AJ Ganger alongside Dave Martin. Charlie Hargrave was over here earlier, and Rick Phillips down below us. Noel Kane on camera. Second half getting ready to start. McClain inbounds the ball to Faulkner. Faulkner gives it off to Miskol. Miskol going to put it up. No good, in and out.
That was a nice shot. He got off a nice shot.
Shots like that need to fall.
Yeah.
Garrett Scott gives it to Jaron Cumberland. Yeah, Garrett Scott came in off the bench and scored 10 points in that first half.
Nice job. This is the first time we've seen Wilmington actually have to slow the ball down a little bit to work for a shot.
Scott inside, off the glass, and good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's got a nice game. He can really spot his openings and go right to the hoop when he wants to.
He was a good little running back on the Wilmington High School football team this year as well.
I can see that.
Miskol.
Nice drive. Pass inside, too slow.
That was a no-look pass to Travis Hall that got stolen away. Javen Cumberland on the other end for 2.
Nice left-hand layup, yeah.
Wilmington going back to full court. It's a little less press than what they were showing in that first half, but to get it across the timeline. Hall.
Pull-up shot.
No good.
He got a nice look at it, just couldn't connect.
Travel called on Garrett Scott. I don't know about that one. Two players went up for the ball. Yeah. Scott came down with it. They're both on the same team. I don't know about that call.
Well, travel's still travel, regardless if your teammate causes it.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Got to get it in here. Ball tipped, taken away by Scott, and a foul against Travis Hall.
That actually was a good foul because it would have been a layup down at the other end of the court. Not that it really matters right now. But
Hall's third, McClain's first of the half. He's in foul trouble. A couple other people are in foul trouble for both McClain and Wilmington. Wilmington doesn't foul very much. When they do, it's in an aggressive up-and-down game like they were doing in that first half a little bit, that first quarter. But ever since then, they pulled away and widened the margin substantially.
Well, you can tell Wilmington's a very well-coached team.
Yes,
and,
they very are. They really
he's playing tough man-to-man defense, but I'm sure he's schooled them.
Very disciplined.
You don't need unnecessary fouls. Keep yourself out of foul trouble. but be aggressive at all times. That's pretty much their game. There's
Cumberland,
the
no good.
No good.
McPherson with the putback.
Yep, there he is in there to clean it up.
58-19, 6:03 left to go, third quarter. Travis Hall brings it up.
Too much dribbling.
That was almost a travel.
Yeah, too much dribbling there with that high pressure. You got to move the ball around. Now there's a bad
ball
pass.
stolen away by Alex Miller, one-on-one. Gives
Pass
it off
inside.
to Javen, who's fouled.
Yeah. See, there's no advantage for McClain to try to, dribble through one or two guys because the Wilmington's too much of a defensive, high-pressure type team. It's just not going to work. You got to count on making good passes, set some screens, get some guys open.
Duff charged with his second, team second, going to shoot two, Javen Cumberland.
The best way to beat aggressive defense is to have quick ball movement.
Yeah.
Good passing. Get it out to the point, give yourself an option to go either side of the court, and move the ball around.
Wilmington's a very up-tempo team. In the first half, they played up-tempo on defense and on offense. They try to get these turnovers.
Right.
They try to score quick. First shot is good.
Game. You're exactly right.
But in the second half, they play balance. They're still up-tempo on defense, but when it comes down to the offense on the other side, they're half-court style. They slow it down. But they take what the defense gives them.
Yeah.
Second shot for Cumberland is no good, in and out. Rebounded by the Tigers. Garrison bringing up the court.
Good ball movement there. Passing around on the perimeter. There's too much
Hall
dribbling.
gets it stolen. Jaron Cumberland all by himself gets fouled, and that's a flagrant. He put up the X. That was a flagrant foul.
Yeah. Well, he tried to tackle him from behind. I mean, you got to let the guy go. I mean, look at the score right now. It's 59-19. The last thing you want to do is get an outstanding player like the Cumberland cousin injured. There's no need for that, really.
That was an intentional foul, so he'll get two shots and possession, right?
And if I was a McClain coach, I'd tell you players, don't pull none of that. It's not worth, not in this type of game.
First one, good. The intentional foul is charged to number 12, Reed Garrison, just his first, the team's third. So he gets one shot because he made the bucket. I forgot he made it.
Yeah.
Got one shot, and Wilmington will have possession of the basketball.
Those are costly fouls. You can't afford to do that in any type of situation. But the main thing is I don't want to see any players getting hurt out here tonight.
Cumberland brings it down.
He's going to set up the offense.
Kicks it out to McPherson. McPherson to Stewart. Stewart inside. Javen Cumberland, no good. And an over the back by McPherson.
Yeah, over the back. Good call.
62-19, 5:08 left to go in our third quarter. Here comes Duff up the court for the Tigers. Leading scorer for McClain so far.
You know what I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing any screening out on top. They need to do that.
Because that's what happens when you don't screen.
Yep.
Cumberland on the other end, no good. McPherson cleans it up.
Rebound.
And a foul.
Yep, bucket and a foul. Yeah, I haven't seen any screens. You don't see anybody coming out here from McClain to set a screen up high. And that's what you got to do to help your guards out. They've been left to try to go one-to-one, and half the time they end up turning the ball over with that high-pressure defense. There's just too much speed and quickness, even though that's a nice little ball player, too.
This is another intentional foul, or technical. No, this was a technical foul on McClain.
Was it? Okay.
Javen Cumberland shooting two.
It must have been a late call, but I could see where the refs called that because it looked like one of their players intentionally gave him a shove in the back or whatever.
I think it might have been on the coach.
Oh, was it on the coach?
It might have been on the coach.
Okay.
Second one good.
Well, the referees are going to have their hands full to keep this game, from getting out of hand. And like I say, my biggest concern, because I've played in a lot of games like this before, is you don't want to see anybody getting hurt in a game like this.
Right. They're talking, the Zebras on the court talking this over.
They're going to have to call it tight from here on out, I think. The refs over there explaining whatever their call is. subdued crowd now. They had the purple out here earlier, but I think they saw that wasn't working, so they're kind of like sitting back, maybe enjoying their beverages here from the halftime. 4:47 left to go here in the third quarter. Rick Phillips down here trying to work the control board, make sure everything's going smooth. The signal, everything okay, Rick? All right, he's over there.
We are recording.
We'll go up for maybe 30 seconds.
What are you seeing, on the bandwidth? On the bandwidth? Is what
The
you're seeing?
bandwidth will go up and it'll fly out. It's recording still.
Where do you see the bandwidth signal at? Right? The 746?
This is moving.
Yeah.
Flat lines everywhere.
Okay. A little bit of delay in action right now. I don't know what that one ref so they're talking with the scorer's table.
Wilmington basketball after the foul. They didn't count the shot. It must not have been an intentional foul, so they took the points off the board,
Yeah.
but Wilmington does have possession right now. Jaron Cumberland over to Stewart. Stewart inside. Jaron going up off the glass.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Too strong. He just overpowered the defender.
Full court again shown by Wilmington as Duff gets the inbound. Faulkner receives the pass. He's going to bring it up the court for the Tigers.
See, now, look, nobody's setting a screen out on top. Nothing.
Maybe they don't run ball screens.
They're making mistakes.
And a foul against McPherson.
I mean, how many turnovers have we seen up on top? You got to have somebody up coming up there to set a screen if you're smart.
You do. That's his third, the team's second of the half. He's going to come out. And coming in, Alex Miller and Chris Worley. Jaron Cumberland also going to sit on the bench for a while. Garrett Scott defending the ball. Josh Todd gives it off to Faulkner. Faulkner over to Holler. Holler back to Duff. Inside. At least they're moving the ball around.
Yeah.
But like you said, there's no screens and a bad pass.
Bad pass right down there in the corner.
64-19, 3:48 to go in the third. Wilmington with a decisive lead, looking to stay undefeated on the season. They're fourth ranked in the state. Gahanna Lincoln and Huber Heights Wayne playing tonight as well.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a full slate of games tonight on Friday night.
Miller gives it to Cumberland. Cross court, Garrett Scott over to Stewart. Now they're just running their sets, maybe taking some time off the clock. We see this happen a lot in the second half. Especially when it's the second time you played a team. Scott goes up and gets fouled.
Missed the shot. Hey, got to remind people on Sunday night, if you don't have anything to do, you happen to have your computer or smartphone on.
Me? I'm watching
anybody.
Oh, you're talking to anybody.
Yeah,
I'm watching Royal Rumble on Sunday night.
What time's that?
8 o'clock on the WWE Network.
See, before that, you could tune in Riding the Wave with Dave. Go to Facebook and you can find that site.
Yep.
Riding, R-I-D-I-N, no G on it. Riding the Wave with Dave. And hell, we talk football, we talk basketball.
Yep.
I'm a guru on any sport, no question about that. And we talk some political stuff, pop culture, current events, you name it. Sunday night, 6 to 8, live online.
Ustream.com, I believe,
yeah,
too.
Ustream.
Faulkner gives it off to Todd. Todd over to Holler. Holler to Duff for three. No good.
Oh, that's a good-looking shot. Just didn't
Rebounded
hit it.
by Miss
Nice
Cole.
rebound.
Airballed.
Nice save.
Going
nice
back
hustle. Nice hustle.
to hit off.
That's Bryce Duff. Nice job.
He's a little guy on the court.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of skills. He's got a nice-looking shot. He's missed a couple, but good little ball handler. He's just a little mismatched tonight. Overmatched,
He's going to get the inbound pass. Throw it over to Miss Cole. Ball almost got stolen away. Over to Todd. Todd's going to get fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Oh.
One thing I've noticed about Wilmington, they like to work in a lot of different players.
Yeah, they do.
Which is good. Get them as much game experience as you can early in the season so they're ready for when the playoffs come around.
No good on the shot by Duff, rebounded by Wilmington. Jared Cumberland bringing it down the court, gives it to Javen. Javen kicks it out.
Nice
Stewart
pass.
all alone for three. Got it in the corner.
Nice shot.
68-19, 2:15 left to go in the third. Wilmington backing off their press a little bit.
Good ball movement.
There was one screen right there. I saw one screen.
One screen set out on top, yeah.
And Worley steals it away, gives it to Javen, 2-on-2, gives it
And
over to
pass.
Stewart. Stewart over to Jared Cumberland, and a
And
foul
bucket.
and a bucket.
Yep. Bucket and a foul.
24. Alex Haller charged with the foul.
Well, we're looking at that magic number, 100 points tonight. We got 70 already, 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Just a question of how long the coach leaves the starters in. I don't know if the reserves have enough firepower to get it up there, but I'll tell you what, the boys have looked real good tonight. Oh,
Three-point play is no good, 70-19. 1:50 left to go in the third. Dylan Bogart's back out on the court for the first time in a while.
yeah.
Travis Hall lost it, going back to Wilmington. He tried to do too much by himself.
Yep. That's what we talked about all night. That's been the trait we've seen.
Wilmington basketball again. Miller was going to inbound it to Dylan Bogart. He's going to bring it up the court. Gives it off to McPherson. McPherson gives it off to Miller. Working it around the perimeter. Good spacing. Stewart going to make his move. Give it off
Nice
to McPherson.
pass.
Off the glass
Yeah.
and good.
Nice pass by Stewart. Nice move inside. Drew the pressure and then shoveled it off.
Duff has it. Got to bring it up the court. Gets it across the timeline. Working against Stewart. Gives it to Mishkol. Puts up a jumper. No good. Rebounded
Good rebound,
McPherson.
yeah.
Stewart bringing it down the court for the Hurricane. Miller. Miller kicks it out.
Another
Worley
nice
off
pass.
the glass.
Yeah.
43 seconds left. Wilmington bringing the pressure again. Miss Cole bringing it up the court. Hall with it. They're very far away from the basket. That was a travel, not called. Miss Cole in the corner for three.
Nice
Got
shot.
it. That's the first points of the third.
Wow. Wilmington's going to get the last shot here of the third quarter, 74-22.
10 seconds. Wilmington up by 52.
Wow.
Stewart kicks it. McPherson jumper. No good.
No good. Rebound,
And that's going to do it for our third quarter of play. With the score, the Wilmington Hurricanes 74, the McClain Tigers just 22 here going into quarter number 4.
Yeah, it looks like the coach, I seen him kind of grab his head. He may be having an Excedrin headache. I don't know what number exactly coming on. We've only got a quarter to go, but the thing of it is that we kind of had a feeling this might be a little bit of a mismatch coming in. And, you know, when you're going up against the number 4 team in the state, you got your work cut out for you. And they looked pretty good, really, there in the first quarter and stuff. But then, you know, once Wilmington got their track shoes on and was off to the races, I mean, that was pretty much it right there.
And we saw that the other day when Wilmington played Chillicothe, too. They started out slow, and then they began faster, you know, continued fast.
They ended up beating by 25.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of
They're up by
thoroughbreds.
54 or 52 now.
I've been trying to tell Rick all year that this Wilmington's a team you got to look out for and stuff, and I think he's finally starting to smell the coffee. Or drink the
Dave,
coffee
I'm glad that you finally got me coming around.
Well, you're finally coming around this.
Again, you're listening to high school basketball on campusnation.com. The sports animal, AJ Ganger, alongside me, Dave Martin, Rick Phillips, Noel Kane on camera. We had Charlie Hargrave stop by earlier and do some of the first half.
I think Charlie's jamming on the drums over there.
Is he over there? No, the drums are gone.
I guess he's retired now.
There's Charlie. He's down there with all his fan club down there. I think he's doing some autographs or pictures.
But Charlie is Mr. Tiger.
Yeah, there he
Stewart with it for Wilmington. He's going to drive, give it off to McPherson, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by O'Connor.
He actually had the shot, might have been a little bit easier there than that pass and a lot of traffic.
That one stolen away by Stewart. McClain's got numbers. Stewart is fouled, and he's going to go and shoot a one-on-one no matter what. That's the 7th team foul for McClain here in the second half.
Here comes 5 subs coming in for McClain.
Second foul charged to Alex Holler, or number 3, I'm sorry. Third foul charged to Bryce Duff. 7th. And Stewart shooting 2, misses the first.
There's Charlie down there.
You know, Wilmington hasn't been doing a very good job shooting free throws tonight.
No, that's their only flaw, I guess, if anything, tonight. Is
well, I mean, normally they're shooting free throws very well all night long.
Yeah.
Mass substitutions come on the floor for McClain. Second one is good by Stewart. Garrison getting the inbound pass. I'm sorry, Holler. No, that was Garrison. Garrison driving inside, puts up a shot, no good.
Okay.
Rebounded by Miller.
But at least he got a nice attempt in there, and they didn't turn the ball over. So we got the whole second team in here on the McClain. Here comes Charlie coming up here. Come on up, have a seat, Charlie. Give us some
Bogart
commentary.
over to McPherson. McPherson to Stewart.
We've been talking about you all
Stewart
night.
over to Worley.
Yeah.
Worley Miller. McPherson drives, kicks it out. Stewart over to Worley for 3. Man, no good. Rebounded, though, by McPherson. He puts it up, no good. And an over-the-back foul by Alex Miller.
It was all good. Rick titled you Mr. Tiger, but here's some of your little tigerettes over.
They did a good job.
The tiny tigers. Yeah, nice job.
They did a good job out there.
We enjoyed that. And it's all on video.
You guys can see that on campusnation.com. Huh? You dropped one.
Garrison brings it up the court, gives it off to Conger. Conger over to Holler.
Looks like they brought in the whole second team, Charlie. Did they?
Tigers have all their second stringers in, it looks like. Number 53, Starkey, gets it stolen away by McPherson. Here goes Stewart. Stewart puts it up, got it, good for 2. Matthew Smith is also in the game for the Hurricanes. 77-22, 6 minutes left to go in our ball game. Garrison with the rock, gives it to Holler. Holler back outside.
There's somebody setting the screen up high. Look. It's one of the first times we've seen that in a while.
At least they're moving the ball around, looking for a good shot.
He's got somebody open on the baseline, but he doesn't see him.
Wyatt Jones puts up a jumper. No good. Rebounded by Cameron Stewart. Here come the Hurricane down the court. Gives it off. Dylan Bogart to McPherson. McPherson back to Bogart. They're going to slow it down here. 5:20 left to go. Bogart to Smith. Smith back over to McPherson. Cameron Stewart for 3 all alone. Got it for 3 points. 80-22.
Well, we're starting to see a little bit of Wilmington's outside game. They can let people know that we don't have to have all layups. Yeah.
Garrison brings it up the court, gives it off to Holler. Holler puts up a jumper from outside, no good. Rebounded by Bogart. Hurricane have numbers down the court. Gives it off. Smith gets it blocked, gets it back. Good job getting away from pressure, passing it back outside to Bogart, who brings it over to McPherson. Cameron Stewart for 3 again. Man, woo, money from three-point land.
That's tough to stop.
83-22, 61-point lead for the Hurricane.
Dominating Hurricane. It's like the Massey game we saw. It was 98-30.
Yeah.
They're tough. They're tough. It'll be interesting to see them, like Rick keeps saying, that when they play Wayne, how that goes.
Yeah. Well, they're like the fine-tuned machine, no doubt about that.
And there's a foul.
Yeah. They're still playing that tough pressure defense.
While I got a minute here, I want to remind everybody, tomorrow we've got Wilmington Quaker men's basketball. That'll start at 2:45. The game will tip off at 3. And then tomorrow night we are back in the middle school gym Miami Trace will be coming in to face the Lady Hurricane. That'll start at 7:15 with a tip-off at 7:30.
Rick's got a big head. He stood up. I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, he's blocking the action. That's okay. I don't think we missed
Down
a
in
whole lot.
front. No good on the bucket. Smith gives it off to Bogard. 2-on-2. Bogard slowing it back down to Stewart. Bogard had a wide open lane
There it is,
by himself.
Right
3.5 minutes. 85-22. Hurricane in the lead.
Yeah, somebody wasn't paying any attention there.
Almost stolen away.
Oh.
Blocked, but there's a foul.
Okay, that was a nice aggressive move. He tried taking it to the hoop and shooting a little jumper. Ends up getting fouled. But I mean, that's the type of stuff you want to see. You want to see some.
Never giving it up. At the line,
right.
Starkey
Putting forth the effort here, even in 3 minutes
shooting
to go. Garbage
2.
time.
First one good. Foul was charged on Chris Worley, his first, team 6. That's their first points of the fourth quarter. Second shot is up, no good, short, rebounded by Bogard. Here come the Hurricane down the court. Worley
Tried a fancy pass, but got broken up.
tried to put that one in hard to him.
Yeah, that was a tough pass there.
3 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Starkey goes up with it, gets fouled by Worley, his second. Shooting 2, Jacob Starkey for the Tigers.
Nice move, aggressive move, going strong to the bucket and draws the foul. Well, it's a little bit easier going to the bucket right now with the Cumberland boys sitting on the bench. Right?
Right. 2 shots for Starkey. The first one is up and no good.
Actually, I think Wilmington actually has 3 or 4 of their starters on the bench, from what I can tell.
Well, they should.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Exactly. I wouldn't be letting them in there this kind of
Second shot is up and good.
this kind of score, garbage time. You got second team in there for McClain. No sense.
Stewart
getting
over to
anybody hurt.
Bogard. Yeah, there's one starter on the floor. That's Dylan Bogard, but he's a freshman.
Yeah,
Get him some minutes.
he's a quarterback.
He's a good freshman.
Yeah.
Bogard with the rock. Gives it off to Stewart. Stewart inside. Worley goes
Nice
up with
move,
it.
nice
Good.
flip. Yeah, nice little flip hook.
Got the friendly roll. 87-24, 2:18 remaining in our ball game. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to stay
What
with
was the
McClain.
line tonight in the game, Charlie? Was there any for entertainment purposes only?
My guess, the line would be, I would say,
Ball
you
foul.
have to take, Wilmington was probably minus 60.
Oh, was minus 60? Well, then I guess it's still up. Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, 60-point underdog. It's I don't know. I've never heard of that before.
Probably more like a 70-point underdog.
Yeah, I know. It's bottom 60. Well, they could have. I would have won 4 corners right from the beginning.
Hey,
Weller
no,
with
no
a
one is
1-and-1.
leaving.
Can't hit the front end. Bogard bringing it down the court for the Hurricane.
What happened on the tee? I missed the tee.
I'm not sure I'm not sure if that was on the coach or who it was. Was it?
The only person who's a 60-point underdog is me in a golf game.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were going to say something about dating.
AJ getting some arrows slung his way by the big dog.
He knows I love him.
Yeah, he loves having them. He fends them off with his
I love
big
you too,
shield.
Rick.
I'm bringing him along slow.
I love you too, Rick.
There you go.
Wilmington with the inbound pass. Smith goes up with the jumper. Good.
Oh, nice shot.
89-24, a minute and a half left to go.
Yep.
Tigers bringing it up the court. Ball stolen away by Stewart.
Errant pass, and it's a turnover.
Bogard makes his move to the inside. No good. Rebounded by Weller. Hardesty gives it off.
There he goes up to the hoop. Hop,
Starkey
skip, and a jump,
got it.
and score.
45 seconds left in this one. Smith with the jumper, good. 91-26. 35 seconds left in our ball game this evening. If I was McClain, I'd hold on to the ball for the rest of the game.
No,
Take a last shot. Hit a buzzer beater.
They're going to play it out. Might as well take it to the hoop. There you go. Take it to the hoop, get your shot up. He passed up a shot. 53 had the shot outside. He passed it up. Put it on the floor and drive.
35 with it. Puts up a three from way outside. No good. Rebounded by Wilmington. That's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Our final score this evening, Wilmington 91, McClain 26.
Wow. Yeah. Charlie, you want to sign off?
Wilmington's going to
Hey,
improve.
we'll see you tomorrow at Wilmington College.
All right, Charlie's going over to take care of his musical duties, I guess.
Wilmington's going to improve to 13-0, undefeated still on the season. McClain, unfortunately, falling to 5-10.
Well, there's not a whole lot you can say except for speed kills, and the speed is definitely on the side of Wilmington out there.
Right, yeah.
We're looking at one of the top teams in the state, and Rick is finally acknowledging yes they are and yes they can, and looks like these guys may make a long run for the state tournament, and that's going to be in about a month or so, Rick.
Yeah, I don't see much changing now. They play a couple teams in the near future. Huber Heights Wayne and New Albany, which is up in the league there, up in Columbus.
Areas
So those will be very telling games to see where they've already beat the 13th rated team in all of Kentucky.
Yeah.
They don't rank them by divisions. They just rank. And they've obviously knocked off a few powerful teams as far as within their league, like Chillicothe twice. AJ's going down to the bench to get the stats. We want to thank everybody that was listening tonight. We know we were having some bandwidth issues from McClain, but we certainly thank McClain. They've been gracious hosts. The AD letting us come in here and do this broadcast tonight. The fans may not have seen it happen exactly the way they would have liked to have seen it. Wasn't the most competitive of games.
I'm going to come down there and get on camera with you. Put the camera on here. Hold on to that mic. Okay.
We'll come down for
There we go. All right. Well, let's talk about a
Are we
little bit
down
more.
far enough? Have you got us?
You got us
All right.
on there? Good.
All right.
Well,
Hey.
you might as well go ahead and do a little bit of PRing for tomorrow because you got an exciting lineup for tomorrow, right?
Well, tomorrow we've got John Carroll coming into Wilmington College, so we'll be at Herman Court. That game, our pregame is at 2:45 with the game at 3 o'clock.
That's boys. The boys.
That's the men's
the
college
men's.
basketball. And then we've got girls high school basketball. We've got Miami Trace coming into Wilmington to the middle school gym. We'll have all the action for that game. That game tips off at 7:30. We'll be on the air at 7:15 with our pregame show. And in case no one knows, this is the famous Dave Martin from Columbus.
Riding away with Dave. That's
You see us a lot on Sunday nights.
Yeah, Sunday nights we do
about 6
live
o'clock.
shows.
Right.
And we cover everything.
Anywhere they'll feed us, right? If they give us free food, we're there.
Sure. I'm still waiting for the free food over your friend's generations, right?
Well, Carrie will feed us if we come out there and start doing some more shows there. But we need to get up there.
In the Campus Nation, that's one of the hottest things going around right now, and it's actually called what, the Sports Giant or
The sports animal. There's no giant in Campus Nation.
I said that attention. Well, we like to say, did you ever say greetings tonight to any spies that may be out there watching, monitoring
Well,
the show tonight?
CampusNation.com has a great announcement that we're going to be introducing our new Roku channel, which will start sometime next week. We're not sure when the development will be finished, but once it is, you'll be able through a Roku device, which you can buy at Walmart or you can buy at most Best Buy, any place like that. You can get the stick, which is about $40. You can get the Roku 3, which is about $99. connect that to your television, and you'll be able to get Campus Nation through our app on Roku right on your television.
So people can watch it on their big screen TV.
And we'll have all our archives, and we'll have all our live shows.
Does Roku enable you for like more than one television in a house to be able to pick up?
You have a Roku stick or box at each television.
Oh, at each television.
Right.
So it's only good for one set.
And it connects to your Wi-Fi at home.
Yeah.
And it delivers a lot of exciting programming through the Roku box.
Okay.
For instance, you can get Hulu Plus, you can get Netflix. I mean, you can get the Discovery Channel. You can get, you know, there are so many channels.
Yeah.
You also
you don't
get
have time to watch everything.
That's right. You can get live stream programs, YouTube programs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other stuff that you see on the internet a lot that's available through that Roku box. Right. So we've got AJ coming in here now. AJ, why don't you just take the microphone? You step in here and let's get some stats.
All right, Bryce Duff finished with 6 points for McClain. Reed Garrison had 1. Lincoln O'Connor with 2. Randall Miskell with 7. Josh Todd with 2. Travis Hall finished with 2. And Jacob Starkey finished with 4 points. For Wilmington, Cameron Stewart had 12. Alex Miller had 2, not 3. Garrett Scott finished with 15 off the bench. Javen Cumberland was 17. Matthew Smith with 4. Dylan Bogard with 4. Harley McPherson with 6. Chris Worley with 4. And your leading scorer, Jaron Cumberland, 27 points.
And really, he could have had a lot more, but they rested a lot of the second half. And
right.
He kind of took his foot off the gas a little bit during the second half, and rightfully so. And they won by a big margin.
91-26.
Yeah, I don't think they were really trying to rub it in or anything like that. It's just there's just so much talent on the Wilmington team this year that they're going to score a lot of points on you.
Right.
Some guys going to play D, and unless you want to try and slow it down, you cannot get in a running game with these guys. It's going to be interesting to see how this style plays out, you know, for the state tournament and stuff, because then you're going to be going up against other teams that, you know, maybe are more of a ball control type of team. They're going to have a little bit more size inside, and we'll see how their half-court game comes into effect, and that's what they need to work on, which they did the second half.
Yeah, they really did, and, you know, they always work very good in their half-court game in the second half. They have 2 more games coming up next week, back-to-back, Monday and Tuesday. They'll be at home playing games. We'll be doing those on Campus Nation. Tomorrow, the men playing John Carroll at Wilmington College at 3 o'clock, 2:45, as we'll be on the air from Fred Risk Arena. And also tomorrow night, girls basketball. The Wilmington High School girls will be at home playing at 7:15. We'll be on the air 7:30 is when the tip for that game is scheduled.
A lot of action. So if you don't have anything going on special and you're kind of bored and you're tired of watching 300 channels and nothing's on, you go to the internet and pull up Campus Nation, and you can have a good time and see something you won't see anywhere else.
Exactly. Our final score one more time tonight: Wilmington 91, McClain 26. McClain falling to 5-10. Wilmington improving to 13-0. You've been watching high school basketball on CampusNation.com. I'm AJ Ganger with Dave Martin, Rick Phillips, Noel Kane behind the camera. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Go Kane.